It is almost impossible to find anyone outside of the Trump administration that thinks Donald Trump's trade wars are a good idea or that it is in any way going to help the economy. Here in the United States, as well as other countries, have all been warning the United States, you're going to be screwed in all of this. Conservative think tanks have been warning it. Conservative economists, conservative pollsters, Republican members of Congress, even some members of his own administration. So there's only just a handful of really, really dumb people in the administration that thinks this is a good idea. So the question now becomes, how do businesses in the United States weather the storm? Well, according to a new report from the Washington Post, conservative business leaders have come up with a brilliant plan on how they're going to survive Donald Trump's trade war. And you're not going to believe it, but their brilliant plan is to basically do nothing and hope a Democrat saves us in 4 years. Let me read you this. As one source tells the Post, many business leaders fear getting Zelensky'd by Trump should they contradict him in public, which they worry could harm their company's prospects in an already uncertain economy. One Republican business executive, who was granted anonymity to speak freely, said they will not be making drastic changes to their business, given that the Constitution has placed a hard limit on Trump's time in office. The president's not going to be around forever, they said. In 4 years, you have a different administration. We all know what that means. A different administration. You think, with the damage we have seen from this administration in just the first 2 months, you think a Republican is coming up next? No. And these business leaders don't think so either. What they are basically, whether subconsciously or consciously telling us, is that we're going to wait it out. And we're really going to hope that a Democrat comes along and fixes this shit before things get real bad. And you know why I think that that's what they're telling you? Because, as I've said a million times, that has been the cycle for my entire life. I was born in 1983, so you can do the math and see how old I am on that. Every Republican president in my lifetime has caused a recession. So Reagan, H.W. Bush, W. Bush, and Trump. And every Democratic president in my lifetime has had to oversee an economic recovery. Bill Clinton did, Barack Obama did, and Joe Biden did. So every Democrat fixes the messes that the Republicans create, at least in my lifetime. That is all I've ever seen in my life. 45 years, basically, since Reagan took office. 45 years. Republicans break it, Democrats have to fix it, and then after Democrats fix it, because they don't fix it good enough for many people in the public, they go back to Republicans, who break it all again, making the next recovery even more difficult. So yes, I do think that once Trump leaves office, a Democrat is probably going to replace him. But they're going to have an even harder time fixing the mess than Biden did. They're going to have a harder time than Obama did. They're going to have a harder time than Clinton did. Because we never quite get to fix everything, which is why voters go back to Republicans. And because not everything was fixed, and the next guy breaks more, the next Democrat has even more to fix. But that's the cycle. And that's what these business leaders know. They may not like Democrats, they may not support them, but by God, you better believe all of them are sitting there waiting for the next 4 years for some Democrat to come along and fix the messes that Republicans always cause. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.